Yeah, I'm just going to take some brake clean and just clean the park brake, clean the salt out of here. Okay, next thing I got to do is I got to clean this off. You notice the shoes were seized to it, so I'm going to take this to clean along here, there, and then I'm going to take a file to clean it, and then I'm going to take a brand new pad, and I'm going to slide it back and forth, make sure it's sliding. Right now there's no way a pad is sliding there. So I'm going to do it outside because it creates a lot of brake dust in the garage. What you're trying to accomplish here, is it recording? Is have these slide in, and right now there's no way, that doesn't even fit in there, it doesn't even sit all the way down. And same this side here, yeah, it doesn't even go all the way down. So in order to fix this for these pads to ride, I gotta take a file. For some reason I can't find my square file. Disappeared. That happens. Okay, so let me get the heavy stuff off. No, a bit more in there. No, it's not even sitting. Okay, it's gonna be a while. Not the best way to treat a file, but okay, we're good. Once it's on the vehicle, it's hard to actually get the lube into these spots, so I'll put it on now. Because then you're trying to put a brake lubricant really close to a rotor, and you don't want to get the grease on the rotor, so I'll do it here and just put it aside. I say don't overdo it, but so now when the pad goes on, it slides nice and easy. Yeah, let's make sure that's sliding. Yep. Okay. So that should work excellent. Okay, we'll leave that here and we'll get the drum and park brake and everything set up. Yeah. Next thing you're going to want to do is clean up all around here. The rotor only sits just, you can see the mark just up to here. But you clean the whole thing off, get rid of the rust. I cleaned a bit of it before I got on camera, but I just went around with this. It's like a sandpaper. And so that doesn't happen again. Clean off the brake shoes. So it doesn't happen again. I'm going to put anti-seize on this. Let me grab a rag and wipe it down. So the next person who does this is not going to have to deal with beating on it. Yeah, it should be good enough. A lot of people bring it all the way out to here, but it's not necessarily. I'll show you a rotor. As you can see, the light, the contact point is only right here. That's why you're able to beat on here and break it free, because there's a little high ridge there that it sits on here. I don't know. So, I mean, I suppose I could go anti-seize all the way around here, but I don't want to get it inside the park brake and all that. So, okay, rotors I'm using this one are Brembo. Okay, the rotors do have an oil on them, so they don't rust. So I'm just gonna wipe down the brake surface with brake clean.
Wait, what do you say? Repeat that.
I'm just gonna wipe the oil off the braking surface with brake clean. I'm not gonna spray the whole thing. I'm just gonna wipe it down. And where the park brake goes. Now we got to adjust the park brake. I find it easier just to do it this way. You could do it through the hole, but maybe a little too tight. It might not come off. Yeah, a little too tight. Okay, that's good. You can hear it. Also, anti-seize on this little screw. Okay, tight enough. Okay, next we're going to put this piece on. I already got it lubed where the pads are going to run. And on the bolts, I'm going to put the blue Loctite. Another thing I like about the blue Loctite, it stops them from rusting because no water can get in. Same as anti-seize. But let's put it a bit more closer to the top to stop water from coming down and rusting it. Okay, those are ready to go back in. Do the top one first because this sway bar link won't allow you to push it in. You got to put it in first and then push it in place. 18. Now you gotta set these to a certain torque spec. Check manufacturer recommended torque spec. Okay, that's it. Yeah, just check your torque spec. I've been doing it for a number of years, and I've always used to go torque wrench when I was doing it years ago, and then over time I check with torque wrench and I check with the feel. I check with the torque wrench, check with the feel, and then eventually I just went with feel, and every now and then I would check it, and I was always close. Next thing would be to clean these up. They got like an undercoating on them. I'm just going to scrape that off. You know, what some people do is run a drill and they run sandpaper, but I don't want to take that much material off to allow water to get into them. Alright, clean these up. And I use a silicone dielectric grease on them. The silicone dielectric on the sliders. Oh, phew. Oh, it smells bad. It does.
Oh my god, gee!
Oh, that was a pretty rough one. I'll show you a different way of putting these in case you don't want to do the bleeding part. The way I put them in, they're not all the way. Okay, the way I put them in, it's not all the way. So you take a pad, you shove a pad over the piston part, take a smaller caliper, and slowly move it back. Don't move it quick. I'm going to check the level because the level on this is pretty full. Let's got a ways to go. And if it's too full, then what you do is you suck some out of the master cylinder. Yeah, that's back. And if you ever see a rip on this boot anywhere, replace it. It's no good. Where's my little screwdriver? Just going to put a little bit inside here. Okay, before you put it in, get a bit of your brake lubricant and just put it a little bit on the inside of here. It stops the squealing. And a bit on here. Just stops the brake from squealing. Okay, now we put this together. Make sure that's sitting flush. Sometimes the air gets caught behind it. It was just bulging out a bit. I just push it in with my hand. Mine's not twisted. That's in place. Grab your slider. I'll go underneath and tighten this, but I'll just get them started. I'll go underneath and do it. Check your manufacturer for the torque spec for those. I'm going to tighten these. In a bit I'm going to bring you into here and show you the jack points. And you put these caps back in. These things here. That keeps the water out. And the last thing is the anti-rattle clip. Goes in this hole. And here, and take a screwdriver. It's a little tough to get by hand. Okay, that's in. Yeah, the secret to getting these tires on, like say the brakes are done, the secret to getting the tires is always line a hole straight up and down. Grab the tire, grab the, actually nut bolt, and a socket. Socket's over here. So you know you got your hole up top, because these things are a pain to get in. Lift it up, get 2 feet under there to hold it in place. You gotta be sitting down for this. The hole is up top. And you get that one in. And you can start putting the rest of them in. It's the easiest way to get this style in, because they really don't sit up on that lip. And of course, torque them. One real important thing I have to mention is after you get the tires on, you get this down in the ground, and you try to drive the vehicle, you have to pump the brakes up first, because if you, like I say, lower it, drive, and then try to hit the brakes, your foot's going to go right to the floor and the vehicle will not stop. You have to jump in the vehicle before you move it, in park, pump the brakes up, usually about twice, before you hit a pedal again. But if you lower it, tires on, and try to drive, and hit the brakes to stop for a garage door, another car, a person, you're not going to stop. Your foot's going to go to the floor, you're going to panic, you're going to run into somebody. All the links for the tools, the parts, I'll put in the description down here. Anyway, if you like the channel, thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now. But I'll show you the jack points. It makes your life a lot easier when you get a quick jack. Okay. They have 4 of these in the vehicle. These things right here. 1, Another one over there. See if I can get a better angle. And I just got rubbers on the quick jack on the 4 corners. Well, one side's the same as the other. So let's see if I can get further up here and show you the one up here. Okay, I think you can see it there, over there. Anyway, those are the jack points for a quick jack or a two-post hoist or jack stands.